Hey guys, it's Slimebeast again for the millionth fucking time, talking about goddamn Plague Moth. I made a resolution at the beginning of this year that I wasn't going to make Plague Moth videos unless something big came up, and unfortunately, the guy really knows how to put his foot in his mouth. So we're here violating the resolution yet again. The first time was for his comments on Charlie Kirk's assassination, where he was making fun of Charlie Kirk's quote-unquote throat exploding, and cheering on the assassination as much as he wants to say otherwise. He kind of reeled that back, and he changed his position when he saw how unpopular it was with pretty much everybody. You don't have to be a Republican or be MAGA or be any of that to find it distasteful when somebody makes comments like that. Oh boy. Okay, so in his latest video, which was uploaded a couple days ago, I was informed that Plague Moth is furthering the implication that Jews did 9/11. Yeah, the conspiracy theory that the Jews, just the Jewish people in general, I guess, or maybe the state of Israel, I'm not sure, I'm not up on my conspiracy theories, were behind the 9/11 attacks. Now, Plague Moth started out watching a plane crash video, big fiery plane crash, and of course he made his usual dumbass edgelord comments, where he's desperately trying to think of like Family Guy level jokes to make at the cost of the 7 people, I believe, who died in the disaster.
You know what else isn't very pretty? Disasters. I mean, that's subjective, I guess. I mean, some of us find beauty in death. But take that as you will. You're gonna anyway. Because I want you to. No, but like, because some people are too sensitive. So if you like things like this, or you've already been poking around on my channel, and you know you're well and disturbed, just hit subscribe already. Go ahead and get some of that uncensored content, join the Discord, premium content, access to that unique iceberg, You can also use my code MOTH on GamerSubs, get yourself some energy. You can use my code PLAGUED on Fortnite. I'm going to sell myself real quick, okay? That's what you got. You got all that stuff. Hit up the description. Let's go. No sponsorship or anything today. Don't worry about all that. It turns out it wasn't a passenger plane. It was a UPS plane headed to Honolulu, Hawaii. I already had jokes lined up for that, but I guess not. But apparently 7 people died, and they expect more. By the way, this happened in Louisville. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, or I guess it should matter, but yes, it happened in Louisville. Not Louisville, Louis. Now, I mean, there is no gore. However, people die, and I do give my condolences to the families involved. So let's take a nosedive right into this one, huh? Baby, you can keep screaming like that if you want. I was annoyed at first, but now I'm just aroused. Dios mío, señor, indeed. God, I'm thirsty. Okay, that was boring. This one, not so boring. 20 seconds. First few frames, I'm invested. Got fucking pot, fucking fart. Oh my. I mean, I'm not gonna beat the dead horse of a plane. That wasn't even funny. But it's true. I mean, what do you want me to say? Kaboom, plane-tastic, and the people are gone. I love you all dearly. Stay safe out there. And remember, if it bleeds, it leads. If it explodes, it goes. If it's beheaded,
And this brings him, for some reason, to the topic of 9/11, September 11th, 2001, the attack on the Twin Towers, the World Trade Center. For whatever reason, dude decides to directly say that, there was a certain amount of people who, called off work on September 11th. A mysterious group of people, some people called off work on 9/11. Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange?
It is believed that 7 are dead. There were 4 people that were not on the plane that I guess either should have been or thought to have been on the plane. I don't know, man. I'm not going to bitch at you for calling off work that day. I mean, some people chose to call off work on September 11th of 2021, and that's different. We're not allowed to talk about that on the channel.
Now, this is a direct reference to the conspiracy theory that an unusually large amount of Jewish people called off work in New York City on 9/11. The conspiracy theory idea being that they knew it was going to happen, so they called off work on that day so that they wouldn't be around during the attacks. But this is easily debunked. There's a large amount of Jewish people in New York City anyway, so if you're looking at a large number of people calling off work that day, you're probably going to find a lot of people of Jewish descent, because New York City has a thriving and vibrant population of Jewish people. We're not talking about fucking Nebraska here. We're not talking about Wyoming. This is New York City, my brother. Like, what the fuck? So, yeah, this is a dumbass conspiracy theory in general, but we've got this dumbass echoing it, making the implication that Jews were behind 9/11 in his video reacting to a plane crash. And then he goes on to say that he can't really discuss this conspiracy theory because otherwise the Jews will kill him.
Well, in fact, there's a lot I'm not allowed to talk about because either A, my channel will be gone, or B, A and 2. Man, I'm representing the American fucking school system one day at a time. But because they will unalive me probably, I wouldn't even doubt it. There's a reason I've toned some things down. It turns out the climate, so to speak, is not so friendly these days for free speech. Oh boy. I got like, the only people who don't like me are really gross. So, I mean, just obsessed though, watching every single move. Every move you make, every breath you take, I'll be watching you.
Now this, of course, Jesus Christ, what a fucking train wreck of a person. This goes back to his support of neo-Nazi bands, which he later distanced himself from, saying, I never, monetarily supported those bands. I just liked the music, not the, what they were saying. Meanwhile, he's, wearing the merchandise of these bands, and he has the merchandise wish-listed on Amazon, very clearly supporting these, neo-Nazi bands. But, we'll say, okay, separate art from the artist. We can give him, like some leeway there, some benefit of the doubt. But unfortunately, on his own Facebook page, way back in the day, he posted up a quote from one of these neo-Nazis talking about how we need to destroy the Semitic roots in Western civilization. That we need to clear out those Semitic roots. Yeah. So suddenly the pieces are coming together a little bit, aren't they? Now, keep in mind that Plagued Moth's answer to the fact he was outed for watching child pornography and admitting to it, himself in his own words. That he was outed for trying to groom a minor on Discord or exhibiting groomer behavior by making sexual jokes toward them. Oh, my God, all this other shit he saved photos of half-naked children. He saved photos of dead naked children, saying that it's, because, it's gore footage, it's gore, imagery, not because it's children. I don't think it matters in the court's opinion, but yeah, his answer to all of these things that he's been exposed for, these very icky, disturbing, disgusting things, his answer to that is that he's under attack by a cabal, a cult of pedophilic, blood-drinking, weirdos who run YouTube, and boy howdy, does that not sound like a fucking anti-Semite. I'm just going to leave it there. You can make your own decisions about this shit. But I will go on the record saying that I could see a scenario in which Plagued Moth does something regarding these beliefs. This is somebody who said that he idolized the Columbine killers. This is somebody obsessed with footage of death and killings. He made a video about the Christchurch shootings and, went into depth about all the details of what happened and blah, 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 blah. Which, granted, that's not in and of itself a bad thing, but when you couple it with everything else, boy howdy, the dude sure likes his shootings, doesn't he? This is somebody who has posted that he would have no second thoughts about killing somebody. So he is a self-described sociopath. And this is somebody who's at a very low point in his life. This is somebody who has very little left to lose. So I could see a scenario where this guy is an actual threat and danger to just people in general, the public. So I thought that was worth breaking my New Year's resolution. And honestly, I hope it ages like milk. I hope that this video in 5-10 years is like a fucking joke, because nothing ever happened. Hopefully. We'll see.
I want to know what you think about this. This is a pretty bad disaster. And I know it's been pretty lackluster with my content, just teasing premium. Some of us have jobs, bro. No, I've just been very busy with work, truthfully, and just, I'm going through a divorce and stuff, so it's like I have to get my ducks in a row, and a lot of that involves working a lot. And I'm sorry for the lack of content, but hey, I gotta do what I gotta do.